Yes, I would like to say that I had believed in this kind of a company and I had thought they can do no wrong.
Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste.
So, friends, we have Madhumita Ma'am with us today. A very interesting case. So she will ask her like what has happened and how it has happened, what her credentials are, and what her actual complaint is. During the conversation, we will also speak at length about the principle of insurable interest. So, audience, ये principle of insurable interest is very important thing, which you people must know. And Madhumita ma'am is a case where insurable interest would be understood by each and every one of you at length. So let us discuss her case. So Madhumita ma'am, if you can give a brief background about yourself, like where are you from, what is your educational background, and so from there we can proceed.
Yeah, my name is Madhumita Basu and I was born in Calcutta and brought up in Hyderabad. I have studied there. I am a graduate in commerce.
Okay.
And now I am a housewife, primarily a housewife. Yeah.
And like, who are all your family members? Are there any legal heirs that you have?
No.
No
No,
children?
I do not have any. We do not have no children.
Okay. And so
my husband also passed.
Okay, so audience, why I asked this question is I did not like asking this question, but this question is important for this case. So this is why I asked this question particularly, and we will discuss this question, the importance of these questions later during the recording. So Madhumita ma'am, if you can please brief about how it all started. So she so the audience can understand which company you have grievance with and what is the grievance.
My husband passed away in the year 2019 on February 20th. After that, I came to know that he had made an insurance with Future Generali. Okay. And so I wanted to know what was my position now after he had passed away, and contacted them. Then they came in and they told me that that EA had that policy had elapsed, but to renew, I could renew it, and to renew it, I had to pay a certain amount. And okay. In the beginning, it was 50,000. Yeah.
Okay.
But so, then when they came in, yeah.
Please continue, ma'am. So they came in.
When they came in, they said because certain years had elapsed between paying of premium after he had made the first one, so it had increased to around 1 lakh odd. And okay. I have to pay that premium to get it renewed.
Okay, so let me explain this to let me summarize this to my audience. So audience, what she wants to say is कि उनके हस्बैंड का एक पॉलिसी था पुराना फ्यूचर जनरली में, जो कि उन्होंने 2014 या 2015 में इन्वेस्ट किया था. इन 2019 when he passed away, Madhumita ma'am contacted Future Generali कि that my husband had a policy. So what is the status of that policy? After having contacted Future Generali people, some officials came to her place and they informed that your husband had invested into a policy which had a premium of 50,000 rupees. उसका प्रीमियम 50,000 रुपए था और अभी वो लैप्स है, but you can आप उनको उस पॉलिसी को आप एक्टिवेट कर सकते हो by paying the due premiums. So the premium what आपका थोड़ा सा इंक्रीज हो जाएगा, but वो पुराना पॉलिसी कंटिन्यू हो जाएगा. So she was made to under the garb of renewing that old policy, she was made to invest somewhere. So if you can, ma'am, please elaborate now. Like, so you were asked to invest a sum of 1 lakh rupees, 1 lakh odd rupees, in order to continue the previous policy. Yeah. So what happened then? After that, what happened? Policy.
After that, they used to come in every year and they said, now you have to pay the premium. And they had sent a booklet. And okay. They kept sending booklets every year. So I was asking, why are you sending a booklet every year? Because it's a renewal of I'm just paying the premium. They said, no, like any other company like insurance CA, when they send a booklet saying that you can avail of these kind of things, So we are sending the booklet every year. So
Okay.
that is how I thought it is just coming in for the previous policy itself.
Okay. And so how many new booklets were you issued in all? New booklets?
Four. Four.
Four. So now
Yes.
let me explain this to my audience. So audience हो क्या रहा था कि Madhumita ma'am was being asked to pay renewal premiums. She was paying the amount thinking that she is paying renewal premiums, but what was happening was she was issued fresh policies every time she was paying the renewal premium. She was making the payment thinking that it is a renewal premium payment, but the people who had contacted her, in order to complete their sales target, what they were doing was they were issuing new policies, fresh policies in her name. Now that does not make a sense for her because she does not have any legal hires. So purchasing fresh policies every year in her name with no legal hires does not make any sense. Insurable interest nahi hai. So how insurance policies work is there are basically there are principles of insurance. So one of them, the most important thing is principle of insurable interest. So हम लोग को ये समझना पड़ेगा कि मधुमिता मैम की लाइफ में because she had no children, she has no survivors, so वो अपनी लाइफ उनकी लाइफ में यानी कि let me take this upon me कि I have children, I have got my wife. So if I am not there, my wife would have trouble continuing or paying bills. So she has financial interest in my life. In Madhumita's ma'am's life, there would be people who would have emotional interest with in her life, who would be emotionally no, attached to her. But there is no one who is financially attached to her, or there is no one who is financially dependent upon her. So it does not make any sense for her to invest into new fresh policies. Ma'am, who was being nominated in these policies? In these policies, who has been nominated? Have you seen that?
Yeah. She's she's a relative,
Okay.
like a sister. Her name is Radhika Bahadur Ramnath, but she has no financial interest as this because they had said you have need somebody to be nominated.
Okay. But is she your blood relative?
That is why blood relative, distant blood.
Okay. Perfectly okay. Perfectly okay. So she does not have any financial interest in your life. She she does not have any financial interest, no?
No, she does not have.
Perfect. So audience अभी कुल इस तरह से करते करते by under the garb of renewing the previous policy, Madhumita ma'am has been made to invest a sum of some amount of 9 lakh to 10 lakh rupees, and when she realized that she now needs to continue paying premiums in these fresh policies in order to make sure that the previous deposited amount is not forfeited by the companies, she realized that she cannot continue paying such a high premium on an yearly basis. Ma'am, when you realize this thing ki now fresh policies have been issued to you, did you contacted the company? Did you complain to the company?
Yes, I told them that it is not possible for me to pay this much amount every year for the policy.
And did you must have explained them your position? Did they help?
Yeah, they came in to meet with me, and they said yes. But I had thought that they are going to help me because there is a renowned company. It's not that I was going in with any person as such. It was a company, regulated entity. So they should have helped me in understand the whole thing.
And but did they help?
No, as such they did not help. They said only thing they said was you cannot continue paying so much money as I had said I cannot do. But that is about it.
Okay. So anything else do you, if you want to say to the senior management of the company or to the regulators in this regard?
Yes, I would like to say that I had believed in this kind of a company, and I thought they can do no wrong because they should have a certain policy regarding people. They should be helping us, and I did not know, and they should have told me that because I do not have any legal heirs, so it does not make any sense in having so many policies in my name. I was only thinking one policy was being renewed, which would have, whenever it would have come into I would have got the money. But here it was something else happening.
Of course. Yes,
that
of course.
is what I have to say, Tikam.
Perfectly okay, ma'am. So what we'll do is we will raise your complaint. You have a very genuine case. Your complaint is very like genuine complaint, and it's a clear lapse from companies, and they should have understood. Like यहाँ पर I would also like to speak about the ACR part. So what is ACR is? ACR is called an agent confidential report. So whoever people were coming to your place, they were legally bound to understand your requirements, and they only after understanding your needs and your requirements were they supposed to issue your policy. So they were legally bound to understand if or not the policies that are being issued, the fresh policies that are being issued to Madhumita Ma'am, whether they are of any use or whether they are of any need, or whether or not Madhumita Ma'am actually requires these policies or not. So it was their legal obligation. They were legally obligated to inform the company कि no, because Madhumita Ma'am has no legal hires, it does not make a sense to issue a new policy. Even if we understand, like you were signing the proposal forms, even then they were legally obligated to inform the company through agent confidential report that she does not have any legal hires, and it does not make any sense to issue so much of life insurance policies in her name and to so much amount of cover in her name. So like currently you have been issued some insurance, a cover has been granted to you, which you do not require, which does not make any sense for you to avail, which does not make any sense for you to propose to the company. So this is completely something which has gone morally, legally, and ethically also it is wrong, and it is against the principles of insurable interest. So we will definitely highlight this case as an example to the insurance company senior management also, and to the regulators also, and I'm sure they will help you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks for approaching us. Thanks for conveying your concerns through us, ma'am. Thank you.